Usually, I would stick with the good old saying, never judge a book by its cover. But damn, history keeps repeating itself over and over and over and over again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing? My name is Cyber, and I love hot people. Shocking. I mean, just look at Anna from Tekken 8 or Jury from SF6. A breath of fresh air amidst so many bad and ugly chicks and dudes that are turning the tides in the West versus East discussion. For real, Black Myth Wukong, Stellar Blade, and Marvel Rivals gave us that nostalgic feel that we used to have when acquiring games and not fearing slop. By the way, I don't have a hair type. Now I have to say, there are so many ugly characters people love. Really, just think of Baraka or Wario. Somehow they have fans, and not mentally healthy ones. Proving that it's not impossible to make an ugly dude or a hag likable and timeless. But the problem resides in how they are made and the purpose behind those ideas. Remember, intention always precedes design. Can't we embrace appeal? Cool characters with good charisma, personality, and of course design, as I mentioned. I don't need every woman to have airbags for tits or look like Ivy from Soul Calibur, and men to be ready to compete in Mr. Olympia and dethrone C-Bum in the classic physique. But just cool-looking, attractive characters like the good old days and not another pyrocynical fetish character. And the worst thing is, this is so easily avoidable. Just don't let in people who've never liked games nor are gamers, because these absolute imbeciles try to push in whatever views they have to fill in the void that resides in their hearts of bitter people, and it will always come down to the same results. Yet, they ask the same things. I don't understand why we ain't selling. Why is that happening? I mean, we all know the answer to that.
Or because she's hot and her design is great. Well, most importantly, she's hot. Coincidentally, her design is also decent as well.
In fact, I think we all deeply know the importance of character design in pretty much anything we consume. Design means purpose, planning, or intention that exists or is thought to exist behind an action, fact, or material object. That being said, Doom Guy wouldn't be popular if he was skinny or looked like a Discord mod. Joel would not be believable if he was smiling all the time, clean-shaven, or Pedro Pascal. And I will not elaborate. And Leon wouldn't be so thirsted by pretty much everyone if he looked like a Dragon Age Veilguard character. In the real world, presentation matters. And as controversial as it is, people tend to bond with characters that are visually appealing for them. Ones which, by just looking at them, tell stories with their models. And most importantly so, this is the key to marketing anything. Let's face it, whether it's Dante, Tifa, or Cereza, their striking looks undeniably contribute to their charisma and charms. Ones which appeals to everyone who happens to spend more than 10 minutes playing their respective games. A clear exposition to that is to simply look at their respective fan bases that are still standing really strong. Whilst others, not so much. Bayonetta, my lovely Cereza, often uses her body as a form of expression in the way she conveys her emotions to us. She is strong, charismatic, and elegant, and by just the way she walks and dresses herself, you can see how powerful she is and what she came to do. She doesn't need to assert herself and what she is. She gets there and made every Smash 4 player mad.
Dude, I fucking hate this character!
People are naturally drawn to her hotness, and there's no problem in that. Unless you're one of those people. But it's hardwired into us to pay attention towards beauty in all forms. Nature, constructions, features, or even the way someone acts with their body language. Things we usually don't see daily, especially if you don't go outside like me. And to expand on it, characters can be appealing without being too revealing as well. Just like the gorgeous character that is Mael, whom we can't help but be drawn to her. Just look at her design. Her voice, how elegant she is. Her voice, how pretty she is. Her voice. Okay, maybe I just like Jennifer English a little too much.
Scratch, So called because you like to scratch behind the ear?
And I know she's 16, I just think she's cute, you goddamn perverts. But age of consent in France, though. Games serve as a door towards escapism from our reality, and hot characters are the key to that door. As I said before, I may have amnesia. Geralt, Master Chief, and Solid Snake are all characters from different worlds and artistic views. However, all of them exceed in confidence, style, and that damn cool factor. God, I wish that was me. Chun-Li, Ada Wong, and Morrigan are all characters that also differ in all of those categories, but embody allure, power, and that beautiful charm, aside from being complete badasses. And we don't need to look too deep to find examples in how much the media is fucking up with these simple concepts. I mean, just look at this. What the hell even are these abominations? Aside from ugliness, they are uninspiring and bland from an exclusively aesthetic view. They barely resemble anything other than looking annoying.
Hey, what's the golem doing on the bus?
Never mind, you look and sound annoying, congratulations. The power fantasy of man when looking directly at characters like Nathan Drake isn't simply because he is hot, but the factor that he is confident, funny, and strong despite his odds. His hotness has roots in his looks, but also how he is portrayed in his badass persona. Unless Neil Cuckman doesn't want that, of course. But when done right, it has the power to inspire men to strive to match their heroes. Just as much for women to find a guy who is just as interesting as these fellas. And as for women's empowerment fantasy, seen by a man, when looking directly at 2B, they get inspired by her capability, her vulnerability, yet strength in her strong femininity. Which surely leads many cosplayers to take their visions with this character that is already 8 years old rather than this creature that does not have even a year of existence. Jesus Christ. But don't get me wrong, hot characters aren't just eye candy. They are a masterful blend of artistic talent, cultural influence, and marketing genius. Like it or not, there's a reason why Asian gacha sells so much. Trust me, this isn't accidental. They stand as proof that beauty, when done correctly, can not only make a game sell, but also elevate their chances in leaving a mark in history and creating a legacy for themselves, inspiring many, many more to come. Same goes for these live service games that carries this sort of aesthetic. I mean, just look again at Marvel Rivals. Every character is meaningful and bleeds style, as well as my eyes every time I see an Instapic Spider-Man. For fuck's sake, just change characters, man! I mean, just look here, my man, Logan, looking like a hot piece of meat, unlike this drawing from Das Pastoras.
Look how they massacred my boy.
And I just hated how much this now so-called modern audience acts in a way that it's so damn oblivious, giving us the worst counter-arguments possible. Man, y'all just want waifus and husbandos, you fucking gooners. Yeah, how dare we want to play as an attractive character and not this. Hot characters aren't everything, it's all about the story and their personality.
Is there something behind that shelf? Rich people's houses.
Realism is more immersive than these bullshit impossible body types. God, you're so right, it's so immersive I also want to end myself like Kratos after hearing a woman yap for a whole fucking hour. In conclusion, I am not gay. But Raiden though...